Want to attend the legendary Thrive Time Show Business Workshop for free? Subscribe on iTunes, leave an objective review, and send us confirmation at info@thrivetimeshow.com to claim your tickets. Want to live in a van down by the river? Come by and see us at our Riverwalk offices, and we'll be able to make your dreams come true.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. It is the Thrive Time Show on your radio. And today we're talking about how to hire employees, all of the details, the specific steps you need to take to onboard new employees. Now, Chuck, we're getting into the kind of some of the technical stuff, so I don't want to lose any of the listeners. But before we get into the technical details of hiring an employee, I want to point out: have you noticed there are no spiders on your microphone?
Yeah, this was a problem.
Have you noticed there are no mosquitoes in your mojito?
I kind of like mosquitoes in my mojito.
Have you noticed there are no bees on your knees?
That is true. That's
Have
very
you
true.
noticed there's no snakes by our lakes?
That's true as well. No snakes.
Do you know why? Do you know why we're so pest-free, Chuck? Chuck, do you know why?
Educate me and the listeners, please, Clayton.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's one, we had a show sponsor out there, and they said, hey, we'd like to sponsor your show. And we said, tell us what you do. What do you do? And they tell us, we said, no, it's not a good fit. Another person reaches out, not a good fit, not a good fit. We have a lot of people that reach out, they want to be sponsors, and we say, no. But then Marshall is coaching with one of his clients.
Oh, gosh.
These guys at Platinum Pest and Lawn, and their business is growing dramatically as a result of two things. One, we're teaching them the proven system, which is, in my opinion, a third of the battle. But 2/3 of the battle is they have to get up every single day and to deliver a quality service because think about this cycle. Somebody think about this in your head. Step 1, market and brand your company. Okay, we got that.
Got it, check.
Step 2, sell something.
Okay, we've done that.
Step 3, deliver a quality service. Now, if you deliver a quality service, step 4 is a consequence, cause and effect, law of causality. As a result of doing a great job, you're going to get positive reviews and positive word of mouth. So what you do is you take some of the money, we'll call it the snowball, and it starts rolling down the hill. And you're diligent. So you set a certain percentage of the money aside as the snowball picks up some momentum rolling down the hill, and you buy advertisements. You buy more advertisements. So you crank up your ads, which leads to more happy customers, more word of mouth, more reviews. And then you crank it up, and you get more advertisement, more word of mouth, more reviews. And you get more ads, and you get more advertisement, more reviews. And then you go, gosh, I need to buy my wife some shoes. But not too many shoes, because you want to keep cranking up your ads,
right,
your reviews, and the snowball's growing and growing. And it's a monster. It's chopping. You got to pump it up.
It's all pumped up.
All of a sudden, you look up and you got the big arms and you can't move your body.
Get to the chopper.
You have no flexibility. And you say to yourself, "I am so pumped up, but I can't grab anything needed to
raise my belt.
I can't kill mosquitoes myself. I don't have time. Chop, my business is so huge. It's so pumped up, and I have arms. I can't even extend my arm anymore to kill the mosquito. I can't bend over. I'm just too big." And you say, gosh, and so that's what happens. Platinum Pest, they're like so big, Chuck, but they're not too big. They still actually have the ability to physically move their bodies in the way needed to offer their core skill. They were starting to get pretty pumped up.
It's a good thing.
I mean, you started to see Jared, and I'm like, Jared, I mean, you have the Mark McGuire head?
You are roided out, bro. No, he's not roided out at all.
I'm like, dude, are you taking some roids? I mean, your business is rocking. And he says, here's the deal. I'm doing a lot of cardio right now, so I don't get too big. Right. I'm keeping that flexibility.
More of a cutting phase right now.
Right. And so, anyway, somehow, remarkably, his business is pumped up, but he still has flexibility to do his core competency, which is to kill and eliminate bugs, pests. And so, Chuck, tell them about the no-brainer. Tell them about this incredible company, Platinum Pest and Lawn.
Yeah, so you can get a first service for $1. PlatinumPestandLawn.com. You can choose between a pest service for ants, spiders, mice, things like that. Lawn service for weed control and fertilization. What? Lawn and pest? Platinum lawn and pest?
Not that
pest and lawn? Or they've also got mosquito control. So it's end of April here. There's going to be a lot of mosquitoes coming out.
Are you saying they can control mosquitoes? Because we have Adam over here with Tip Top Canine, where he teaches dogs.
Control dogs,
They teach mosquitoes?
Yeah, it's a mosquito training program.
They teach them like, mosquito to the left, mosquito, roll over.
Yeah.
Come back.
Mosquito, fetch me a beer. That's pretty cool. $1.
That's an amazing service.
All for $1.
That is nice.
No, it's the opposite of that. They will kill your mosquitoes.
Why don't you just come out and say it?
Yeah, if you have a pet mosquito, I wouldn't call these guys, but they will definitely kill your mosquitoes. 918-376-0857, platinumpestandlawn.com.
Before we get back into our deep meta discussion on how to hire key employees, can I tell you something that happened the other day that really irritated me?
Yeah, was it a
It just
mosquito bite?
no. It just demonstrates. It demonstrates what's going on with my life.
Okay.
This just demonstrates. I come home and my cat has a lizard in its mouth,
Wow.
and so Vanessa says, "Could you make sure that cat and that lizard don't enter the house?" And I'm like, "Absolutely,
You know it.
absolutely." So I take the cat and I set the cat by the creek, and she goes, "Did you take the lizard out of the cat's mouth?" I'm like, "No, it's the cat. The cat has scored a big one."
Cat do what the cat do.
And she goes, "You can't let it kill the lizard." So I've said, "You're gonna have to do it." So I didn't do anything. She went out there and separated the lizard from the cat's
You did,
mouth.
really?
Yeah, because I'm
Did
not.
it scurry or was it dead already?
I hate life forms like that. I hate lizards. I hate snakes. I hate going outside. I just don't like it. So she
Turns out the creek is outside, so.
So then all of a sudden there's bees everywhere.
I saw them, the big ones.
Yes.
Big bees.
So I'm like, because I go to Reese's, I get my wasp spray, whatever. And then she goes, you can't kill the bees. They're going to help pollinate our stuff this year. And I'm like, you're taking away my man card. So I thought about it, and I realized that is the relationship we have. She wants to see everything do well. She wants to let the bees thrive. She wants the lizards to thrive. I want to kill all the lizards. I want to kill all the bees. I want to live in a world where
Cold-blooded.
I want to kill all the bees, and then we'll live in a world where there's no pollination. I want there to be no honey because all the bees are dead. I'm a scorched earth kind of guy.
Yeah, that's...
Which makes me effective in the world of business because I never think about, like, is it ethical to do a group interview? I don't even think about it. I think about, like, it works, it's effective, I've killed the bees. So we're talking now about hiring people. We're talking about the steps needed to hire people. And so, Chuck, here are we know a thriver out there. His business is growing dramatically, implementing the systems, complete carpet, and he wants to know how do you hire people. So I'm walking through the steps, and Chuck, we will make these documents available to anybody who attends our workshop.
Oh, yeah.
We'll give these to you. Step 1, though, you got to get the confidentiality and non-compete document signed. 2, you got to get that I-9 employment eligibility document signed. 3, you got to get that direct deposit document signed. 4, you got to get that new employee setup form done. 5, you got to get the policies and handbook signed. Now, the handbook takes me to write a handbook about 25 hours to write the handbook for me. And our handbook for Elephant in the Room is available online on the Thrive Time Show. We have an audio version of the handbook because it turns out a lot of people struggle to read things.
True.
And so we have an audio version of the Elephant in the Room handbook, which everyone can get just by going to thrivetimeshow.com, click on podcasts, and you can just do a search for the handbook, and you can find it. We actually had an employee the other day, a customer, a Thriver, who listened, and they said that that's what they're going to do for their employees.
Yeah.
They're actually going to have an audio handbook. Now, the next move is you got to have a new hire email. What does that mean? What you want to do is you want to establish the email address with which you'll communicate with that new employee. You just want to get that set up there. You don't have to have a work one. You could use a Gmail or something, but you just want to set that up, and that's the process. Now, Chuck, after all this is done, you want to save all this into Dropbox. Chuck, why do you want to save all the documents they've signed into Dropbox and not just put them in a folder somewhere?
Because somebody will spill a mug of coffee on that folder at some point, or somebody will move it and not put it back where it goes, or something will happen with that physical coffee. So you want to have everything backed up, and that doesn't mean just on your laptop or desktop computer. You've got to back everything up to some type of cloud storage because, I don't know, maybe you're up early one morning typing some stuff and you drop your laptop in the bath. That's happened to somebody I know.
You know, actually, what happened for me, just so the listeners know, I took my laptop to the bath.
He wears a swimsuit in the bath, though, so it's cool.
I get in the bath. We had a really nice bathtub at our old house. We're getting one installed here in the new one, but we're at the other house. It was nice. I mean, it was like I needed a lifeguard. It was such a nice bathtub. I'm in there, and I got a lifeguard. I was like, "Hey, no yelling in the no yelling here in the tub, please.
No splashing, sir. No splashing.
Sir, no splashing. Sir, you're gonna. I'm good. Can I please have some privacy here, sir? No nudity in the pool. It's not a pool. It is a bathtub. Sir, I've been hired here to basically try to tan my body and to yell at people at random intervals. So if you'll just continue, please go to the shallow end of your hot tub. And so it was a big hot tub. And I'm in there reading all the time. And I would read, and I made myself a device, Chup. It was like a shelf
little plank action there.
that I put across the tub.
That's the move.
And I'd be in there typing, splish splash, I'm going to take a bath, working on a handbook at night. Ow! And I'm working on my handbook. Splish splash, I was making my handbook at night. And the bubbles are going, whoa. It's just perfect. And the thing about the bathtub is no one goes in there.
Right.
People are afraid. Like, he's in there.
He's in the bathtub. Don't go in there.
Don't check on it because you'll see him.
It's going to freak you out.
Dad's in there. No one goes in there. It's awesome. So I'm in there. Whoa. I'm typing, and I'm like, speaking of whatever, I get excited, and I dump my laptop in the tub. And I get it out, and I check, and I'm like, this doesn't work anymore.
It's wet.
I wonder if the water has caused this. So what I did, because I'm a smart guy, is I got a different one.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah. And I put that one in the tub, too, accidentally. Then it wasn't like back-to-back within like 10 minutes, but it was within...
I think this one might be waterproof. Let me drop it in and find out.
I swear, I wonder if Apple's making laptops that are waterproof. Are they cutting edge or what? No, but anyway, so I'm just saying, like, I
But you have everything on Dropbox. Was the point of this is that you always back stuff up because you're proactive about it, and so you have to back up.
There was
all
no
of your stuff.
emotional lamenting because I lost the laptop.
Like,
It didn't matter.
okay, get another one.
And then I lost my phone the other day. It's somewhere in this room.
Really?
I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't know where it is. But I bought another one. I call this Clay's Fabulous Fun. I got a pink case on it.
It is
that
nice.
way, it'll be a disgrace.
Got a money sign.
The pink case, the disgrace. This is my money phone right here.
It knows its place.
And I so far I haven't lost it yet, but I will soon lose this phone. And when I do, all my contacts, everything is backed up in Dropbox. Now, Chup, here is the next step we have to do. This is the third big idea. We got to hire Paychecks. We got to hire a company that does the payroll for you. You got to hire a company like Paychecks to handle the actual deductions of the taxes. Now, I want to make sure that you're getting this idea, Mr. Listener, is the tax code in the United States is super complicated. And just last week, we had a young woman on our team who got paid more money than she's ever made in her life. And this is where I call this step of life. I call this it's when people become a conservative. Most people become a conservative once they make $50,000 a year. When they get to $70,000, they become a far-right lunatic. Once you make $70,000, when you make over $100,000, you are now like a libertarian, and all you listen to is Glenn Beck. But you start off, though, at college, you're going to be left of center. Now, once you make 50, you're like, I'm independent. You hit 70, though, you're like, George Bush, Ronald Reagan. Can Ronald Reagan run again for office? You're like, no, he's dead. Well,
patron saint.
I like Trump. And you're like, well, have you seen some of the headlines? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Give me a Republican. I don't care what's going on in his personal life. I want to hire. You give me a Republican right now. Is it possible to bring back the dead body of Reagan?
Whoa.
No, you sick freak. What are some other Republicans we could put? Because once you make more money, they start taking more, Chup.
Right. That's the way it works.
And so you want to use a company like Paychecks because they're going to handle the payroll services for you so that you don't forget to deduct the right amount of money because it's so complicated. And you might say, but I use QuickBooks. And I'm going to say, I've met a ton of business owners that use QuickBooks and they do not deduct the right amount of taxes.
I call it quick brokes.
Yes. So here's the deal. If you're out there listening and you got to understand this idea, you want to learn from mentors and not mistakes. You want to hire experts to do what experts do. And if your back hurts, you want to hire an expert for your back too. And the expert that I'd recommend is use Sibley Chiropractic. This guy has been the actual chiropractor of choice for the great one, Wayne Gretzky. The NHL Hall of Fame hockey player has chosen to use Mr. Sibley Chiropractic. Their website is drjohnsibley.com. drjohnsibley.com. The phone number is 918-749-5741. 918-749-5741. Ask for Dr. John Sibley and ask him, what's cracking?
Attend the world's best business workshop led by America's #1 business coach for free by subscribing on iTunes and leaving us an objective review. Claim your tickets by emailing us proof that you did it and your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. It is the Thrive Time Show on your radio. And before we went to the break, we talked about the importance of hiring employees the right way. And when you hire an employee, what you're going to want to do is you want to set up the relationship to be good from the very beginning. And so we've just listed off for you all the forms you need to fill out and all the specific steps you need to take to hire good people. But after you've done that, you really need to set the employee up with a company called Paycom or a company called Paychex. For Elephant in the Room, we use Paycom, and for Thrive, I believe we use Paychex right now. But Paycom, what Paycom does is they make sure that they are deducting the proper amount of taxes. Now, as an employee makes more, we have a graduated tax system in our country. So the more money you make, the more the government takes. And I don't want to discourage anybody, but recently the United States, we shot some missiles into Syria, and I thought as a motivational idea, this would be kind of a fun motivational idea. If you thought we could look up the cost of a missile. And so right now, the unit cost of a missile, sending a Tomahawk missile, shooting one, blow up the bad guys, it's $1.87 million for one Tomahawk. Now, the other night we fired off, I believe, 110. Chip, look that up. I want to see how many missiles we shot at Syria. Because I thought about this, and I thought, at Tip Top over here, Adam, you guys are doing great out there in Owasso, and you're bringing in, about $8,000 a week of revenue, helping train the dogs of the area there. And once you make about $100,000 a year or more, you're going to end up, after fees and income tax and all the sales tax you pay and all the tax stuff that you pay on your home costs and your car tags, you're going to pay about 50% of your money in taxes. So think about this. If you had a killer year, dude, if you brought in if you had made $1 million next year, if you actually made $1 million, you pay yourself $1 million, you're going to pay $500,000 in taxes. And I want to encourage you that if you did that for 3.5 consecutive years, you, in your tax dollars, could have bought one Tomahawk missile.
Yeah, there we go.
Of which the other day, how many did we shoot up into Syria?
118.
Yeah, so if you lived 118 lifetimes, you would have funded that attack.
So that is, oh my gosh.
I feel so patriotic now.
$220 billion.
We just shot at somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all I'm just
$220 million. I'm sorry, $220 million.
$220 million. $220 million. So again, but you've got to make sure that we're taking the right amount of taxes out. You want to use an expert to do what they do. You could learn from mentors, or you could learn from mistakes. You could hire an expert to, who could help you, an expert who could show you the ways and say, hey, let's make sure you're deducting the right amount of taxes, because you don't want to screw around when it comes to paying employee taxes. Trust me.
It's not good.
I've met many, many people that are gotten all sorts of trouble with the IRS because they were not withholding the right amount of taxes. And I don't know who you are out there, but there's somebody out there who's screwing around with the IRS right now, and you're going to get yourself in trouble. And you want to use an expert for every area of your life. In fact, if your back hurts, you want to hire an expert. You want to hire a chiropractor. And Chuck, can you tell the listeners kind of can we tell the listeners my little secret?
Clay has a little secret, and it's that, some people have these things they like to do online. Well, Clay's is that he likes to listen to knuckles and backs being cracked and pops.
I like cracking knuckles. If you said, Clay, as a Christmas gift, will you pop my knuckles? I'd go, oh, it's the best.
Oh, you're the best.
I love cracking knuckles. I crack my knuckles all the time. I'm into it. And I think...
Do you crack your kids' knuckles?
If they let me.
I do too.
Well, they'll ask me. They're like, hey, will you pop my knuckles? I like cracking knuckles. This is a passion I have. Now, here's the thing is, I don't extend to popping the neck or the back. I could only wish to be somebody as talented as Dr. Sibley.
Right.
So before we cue up this audio, tell us who Dr. Sibley is.
So Dr. John Sibley is the chiropractor of choice for the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
The great one, NHL Hall of Famer. His website's drjohnsibley.com, and his phone number is 918-749-5741. And he's actually doing a free chiropractic assessment and x-ray for you if you're a new patient.
So here's the deal. If you want to have your back adjusted by an expert, call Dr. John Sibley. But right now, I queued up a fabulous festival of audio and video. Yeah. We're going to play this on the air right now. And, Chup, I want to get your play-by-play as to what's going on as you're watching. A lot of people, we have a color commentator for sports, but why don't we have a color commentator out there to color comment on knuckle cracking or back cracking? And so we're actually watching video footage right now of chiropractors around the world popping. Here we go, Chup. I'm ready. I want to get your take on this.
Oh, that's that's another neck. Kids to adults, backs, necks cracked. Woo! I don't even know what he's doing there, but that's that's some torque, man.
The neck crack.
Oh gosh.
The hip crack.
It's a quick motion that they do.
I know it's a radio show. This is probably
There it is.
Oh, the neck. I wouldn't want a friend of mine just cracking my neck. I wouldn't want a guy to say, you know what, you look like you need a neck adjustment. I wouldn't want. Oh, Chip, look at that one.
That's called the baby cradle.
Did you hear the audio on that one? Yeah.
Get the other one right there.
Her head was going to rip off.
Perfect.
Well, that would be bad.
Looks like. Oh gosh, that's great. Look at that one.
That's it.
Oh. The neck crack is the one that gets me. Oh, she's got a Viking shirt on. Oh, the neck.
This is like the praying hands they keep doing on the back.
We gotta learn that move. I think we can do that move. The praying hands.
I like it.
The neck cracks are the ones that I'd have to have a chiropractor.
Yeah.
That's malpractice insurance before I'll let anybody.
Yeah, that's
I killed Trevor. I'm sorry.
Trevor's dead.
So I tell you what, Chup, if you're out there listening and you want to get your back adjusted professionally by somebody that can actually help you and not just somebody like me who has a back popping addiction.
Well, on top of that, Dr. Sibley was talking to us a couple weeks ago about people with headaches, sinus problems. I guess there's a whole lot of things that chiropractic can really help you out with.
And it's fun for me to watch. So if you say, Dr. Sibley, is there any way that you could can we film this neck cracking? I would really.
We just have a live camera feed that pipes right into the man cave studio.
I'd love to watch it. I mean, that's how I'd spend my time freedom doing. I'd be out there watching neck cracks and back pops. But again, what's Dr. Sibley's number, Chuck? Before we move on.
918-749-5741. 918-749-5741. It's drjohnsibley.com. DRJOHNSIBLEY.com. Shout out to Dr. Sibs.
Now, after you have gotten to a place in your life where you have good people that work for you, they've filled out all the paperwork, Chup, you have to have a weekly team meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you have to have a weekly team meeting? I've told the Thrivers all my secrets. At 5 p.m. every Wednesday, we have a group interview. And at 9 a.m. now, we have a team meeting every single Monday. Chup, why do we have a team meeting?
All right, this is where the time freedom aspect of your business starts to be built. You have a weekly team meeting that you schedule that has a start time and an end time, and it's every single week. And this is where you get feedback from your team. This is where you celebrate wins together. This is where you answer logistical problems. This is the place where you guys communicate about on the business and the things that you need to fix within it. And this is how you eliminate all of the, if you've ever run a business or managed people, so many got-a-minute meetings, and that will just suck all of your week away. And this is how you get rid of those.
So when we get back, I'm going to break down what the perfect team meeting looks like. I'm going to break down specifically what you should say in the meeting, what you should cover in the meeting, and the perfect agenda for a perfect team meeting. We have a downloadable that every single listener, including you can download it today by simply going to thrivetimeshow.com. You can download this downloadable of the perfect meeting agenda and follow right along with it.